Just in case you don't know what you're looking at, I'm going to explain it to you. You're looking at a dangerous person. This is a very dangerous person. They're very desperate. Now, desperation can make a person very dangerous. Now, I had no idea how dangerous he was. He never comes on until I get ready to record a video. I had no idea how dangerous he was. But I quickly found out. Let's see, I came on here in April of 2018. I did commentary. Now I came on, my first video was in March, at the end of March of 2018. March 30th, I think. Then April I started doing commentary. And then my channel got taken down. Matter of fact, I did a video on him on my second channel. When I opened up a new channel, I did a video on him and Tiffany Draper and what all they was doing to Kanika Jenkins. I hadn't even spoke about what they were doing to Kanika Jenkins on my first channel. And I had spoke about how certain content creators plot and scheme together in the background. Did that on my first channel. My first channel was doing well, but I think everybody was just determined to take it down. Because they knew I was new. And they knew that if they kept the pressure on and called me out my name and called me all kind of horrible stuff day in and day out, eventually I would crack. So I went in and changed the titles on all of my videos that Thomas Sotomayor was right about. All y'all damn heifers. Didn't say that, said black women. YouTube took the whole channel down. And that's fine, best thing they could have did. Because I would never have ventured off and started doing other stuff and teaching myself all the things I know today. But I have to always remember that when I did that, it was almost a 2-hour video on him. I think he was insulted that I did almost a 2-hour video on him. He should have been flattered, but he was insulted. And the email I got and the comments I got, they were very intimidating. He called me all kind of faggots and dick suckers and how I didn't have no views, I didn't have no subs. I knew then I was dealing with an addict. I knew I was dealing with a crazed, dangerous, desperate addict. I started doing little skits on him, little cartoons. How he's sitting out on a bus stop waiting for the bus to be an extra. But yet he's this, according to him, he's famous. He's a famous Hollywood actor. Now I'm sure he's had bodyguard job, roles. I'm sure he's had roles as like being, in prison, like prison guards or something. I guess. I don't know. He seems like that type. Gangsters, murder for hire, killers, those kind of roles. And he probably has done some real life bodyguarding. By his own admission, he's done everything under the sun. By his own admission. You name it, he's done it. And I'm willing to add to the list all the things he's calling me. These dick suckers and all this other stuff. Believe me, he's been in prison for a year that we know about. And you don't have to go to prison to do those things. There's a video out now about this lady who caught those two guys in their home. But see, people like this, they sit around and the things that trigger them, it makes you want, they want to get rid of you off of the platform. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's not behind a lot of things that has happened. He tried everything under the sun. He had to use TI to get my channel shut down. And even when he got his second channel shut down, I came on here and recorded a video and saying that, you know, he deserved to be on YouTube like anybody else. But you know what? Little did I know that triggering him, it's like every time he come back, he's more dangerous. This is him right now. If I had to guess, he's either, matter of fact, let's find out what he's doing. I don't watch him. No, I mean, I don't listen to him. Because first of all, I have ad blocker. I block all ads. But it's to the point I don't even listen to him. I turn the volume down, and when it first comes on, I hit the pause button. Then I scroll through. If his mouth ain't wet, his mouth is usually shiny and wet at the very beginning. I like that part. That's about the only part I like. If he ain't drinking no water, I don't watch it. I don't listen to nothing he says. I scroll through like this. I scroll through. And since he doesn't wear those shades anymore, I really see danger. More than I've ever seen it. And I'm wondering here, I'm guessing what he's doing is he's pulling a trigger. Is what I'm guessing, y'all. It's kind of blurry. It's a little bit blurry. But I'm guessing he's pulling a trigger. Is what I'm guessing. Now it looks like here he's doing gang signs right there. He's desperate. I mean, I didn't know people were this dangerous and desperate on here. I didn't have a clue. I mean, I know now. And what they do is they try to bait you. He gets on here and talk about how much of a man he is and how soft and moist and what a punk and what a fag and what single women are raising, men that don't live up to his standards. But y'all got to remember now, this is a registered sex offender who's innocent. Someone who's convicted of doing things with underage girls, but he's innocent. Someone who's been on probation for decades, but he's innocent. And everybody is jealous of him and his platform. But y'all have to remember, we're dealing with an addict. We're dealing with a desperate addict who's done everything under the sun by his own admission. I know how dangerous this person is. He tries to bait me. Little do he know we have so much in common. A lot of the things he calls me applies to him. But even outside of that, if he wasn't so dangerous, he probably would be a decent guy. But, he's been through a lot. But he takes it out on everybody else. If you don't come out here and say, well, he innocent, he didn't do nothing, you his friend. You come out here and say, well, I wasn't there, I don't know this guy. I wasn't there. I don't know the victim. I don't know the circumstances. I have no firsthand knowledge of anything. All I have is this person on a screen, and I'm hearing a voice in my head telling me what they did not do. And all that does is just take me back to my childhood and all throughout my adulthood of this female psychopath who does the most horrible, horrendous, despicable things. And she lies just like she blinks her eyes. It comes so effortlessly. So no, I guess I'm the exception. And I have a valid reason for not necessarily believing what you say just because you said it. Because I grew up around people that would do the most desperate things to bring me down if lying would help them get away with it. And 9 times out of 10 it did, but karma always caught up with their ass. And they were never able to stop me from doing anything. I don't pick on you. But what I see is not what everybody else sees. I see an addict to these numbers. I see someone that's so desperate that they're willing to do anything that will get in the way of a number. If I had to guess, whoever was responsible for your old channels coming down, if you could, they would disappear. It wasn't me. I don't care enough about it. I'm the one that came on here and recorded a video and said, you deserve to be on here like anybody else. I mean, no matter how dangerous you are, you know, because I see you moving your hand like you're doing gang signs, and it looked like to me like you were pointing a gun right there, pulling a trigger, pointing it right directly into the camera. I'm guessing that was a subliminal message, but it really wasn't subliminal. I'm guessing that message was for me. Let's take a look at it. I don't have to hear what you say, because, you know, that's what liars do. They lie. You know, I look at what you do. I look at what you're capable of. See? The same female now, all her female insides is gone. God have it so she can't reproduce no more. She's so rotten that he took all of her female insides out of her body. She can't reproduce. There was only able to be one, and that one was too many. But if I had to guess, she probably was ran through. This sister of mine, she was ran through in the army. See, when you are rotten, you rotten everywhere you go. You have to take off that mask at some point. You can't control everybody. And there's always going to be somebody smart enough that can see you for who you really are. Her own daughter don't even want nothing to do with her. Her own daughter put her ass out. She had to drive cross country non-stop. To this day, like all of a sudden, bam, like that. Because my mom told me about it. We laughed about it because we know how rotten her ass is. She'll get headaches so bad to where it's like, it's supposed to be, well, according to her, it's the worst pain she has ever had in her life. And nobody know where it come from or nothing. It just happened out of the clear blue sky. My mom called and said, yeah, she's still having them headaches like that. And she can't do nothing when they get like that. I was like, well, you know, that's, you know, she the low down, as hatefulest person it is that I know. She said, yeah, she is low down. And she got an ugly daughter. Her granddaughters are ugly. She got don't know how many dead grandkids. An artificial knee there's not a tooth in her mouth. She's a cracked out rockhead. Crackhead. Monster, thief, liar, psychopath. And she's doing everything she's always done to other people. She has control issues. Just like you try to control me and my content. And what's worse is you try to bait me. See, I can trigger you in a healthy trigger, but you try to bait me for dangerous intent. You try to bait me. I'm a real man. Ain't that what you say? I'm a real man. I can show my face. I don't have to hide behind nothing. I'm a real man. Well, you know what? Be as real as you want to be. with your registered sex offender and all this other different stuff that you're innocent of and was falsely accused of, but yet you were punished for. You know, you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed, because I'm going to take your side on it. I know what women will do. But you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed if you allowed a woman to do that much to you. Even I was smart enough to outsmart a psychopathic sister and a psychopathic half brother. I was able to outsmart both of them because it took both of them to even deal with me. It took both of them. It took both of them. And they still couldn't bring me down. They still couldn't outsmart me. And to this day, I got something on both of them if I need to use it. I'm going to give them the time of the day. But all I have to say is, you know, you can't go through life scamming people, because scammers always get scammed too. You know, he lost his job of 13 years. He was working at home on the weekends, lied about his hours that he was working and what he was doing. So stupid and greedy to not know that the client is going to wonder why they're being billed so much. The boss just let him go. One moment he was hired, next moment he was fired. His wife told my mom, and my mom told me. She always tells me everything that go on. I'm her favorite child. I'm the most loving, honest child that she has. I'm her favorite boy. She has a favorite girl too, but I'm the favorite boy. And she knows that I'm dealing with monsters, like almost like buzzards, you know, looking for a kill. That's how they are. And I'm smart enough not to do no time for now one of them. They've made up all kind of lies trying to get me locked up over lies. That's how I know how desperate and sick and what psychopaths they are. They will join together and make up lies on me to try to get me locked up. But even the police believed me. I said they jealous because I own a house. It drove them over the edge. When I bought my house, it drove them over the edge because they didn't. Neither one of them had a clue. Next thing you know, I had a house just like that. Didn't have no job, didn't have no nothing, but I have a house. They couldn't handle it. They went into overdrive. When you show me who you are, I believe you. Let's see who you are. Let's take a look at you. Let's see what you're doing here. I'm guessing you're pulling a trigger. I'm guessing he was pulling a trigger, y'all, on an imaginary gun, sending a message to me, letting me know, I guess, that my life is in danger. I guess that's what he's doing. Because he claims he has people that are looking up and investigating people. You got that kind of money? Let's see what he's gonna do. Cause I got a feeling he's getting ready to pull a gun with his hand right there. He's doing gang signs and everything else. See, this is who he really is, y'all. They show you who they really are. Once they get to where they want to be on here, they show you who they really are. See, he got almost 3,000 views on here. So you get to see who he really is now. This is the real David Dunstan right here. What you see. The real person. Where's that gun movement, that hand movement, like he was pulling a gun? Because that's what it looked like I saw. And y'all, my laptop got, actually the memory is being used over capacity. That's why it's freezing up like this. I'm going to try to pause it when he does that. If I can catch it. That's why it's pausing like that, because my memory is at, everything is at 100%. The whole laptop is being used to capacity. But that's what I do. I push the limit on technology because I know how to do it. A person like this, they'll, because he talks about what people won't say to his face and all that stuff. He ain't but this far from being locked up again. He ain't but that far from being locked up behind bars again. Again now. Over YouTube. This time he gonna get locked up over YouTube. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with no woman. It's gonna be over YouTube. It's gonna have something to do with YouTube. You watch. He's gonna go too far. He's gonna do something and it's gonna go too far. I guess I went back too far. He's gonna go too far. He's gonna do too much. He's gonna do some of the things that he's known for back in Philly, probably. Because he's a very dangerous person. That's what I see. I see a very dangerous guy. It won't let me do it. This stuff never lets me do what I want to do. It's always something. And I don't even think I can pause this one. But anyway, on this one, I think it's just, it looked like to me he was pointing a gun, is what it looked like to me. Let's see if I can find it. That's what it looked like to me. That's what I saw. Let's see if I can find it again. And then I'm going to end the video. Yeah, but he's not but, he's not but, no, he ain't nowhere from being locked up again. This is an addict, a social media addict, a desperate, dangerous man. He's very dangerous. I mean, I'm surprised he's working at Tyler Perry Studios, to be honest with you. I think those roles that he didn't get has driven him over the edge. But he's dangerous. He's dangerous, and he's just showing you who he is. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. He's sending out signals, that's, and these subliminal messages. That's why I don't even listen to him. If he ain't drinking water and if his mouth ain't wet, soaking wet, to make me want to slide something in his mouth, I don't even watch him. I mean, that's the only reason I even watch him now. To see if his mouth is wet. If his mouth ain't wet, I don't watch him. I don't listen to nothing that he says. You think I sit around and listen to a crazed addict? Someone that's dangerous? No. I wouldn't listen to anybody like that. There's no way. See, they get mad when they can't brainwash you. So they get on here and then they point like they shooting a gun. You know. Do I believe his side of the story? All I can say is I don't know. I know people lie. I know psychopaths lie. I know you got some people that are very good at lying. They lie just like they blink their eyes. So, you know, like I said, if you're not drinking water and if your mouth ain't wet and your mouth ain't open, if your lips ain't soaking wet and your mouth ain't open and your mouth don't look hungry, if your lips don't look hungry, if your tongue don't look hungry and wet, I don't watch you. That's the only time I watch you. And if you're not doing all of that, you know, I don't even bother. The only reason I'm doing this video is because I saw that motion that you did with your hand, like you're shooting a gun. Wasn't for that, I wouldn't even be recording this. I just scroll through and see, is your mouth wet? Or if you're drinking water. Because I like when your top and your bottom lip both be wet. If they both not wet, I don't watch. And I think that's what bugs you, is because I see things that a lot of people don't see in you. That's why you get on here and say punk all the time and wrote me all that stuff about a dick-sucking faggot and all this other different stuff that I'm supposed to be. And I think a lot of that stuff applies to you. That's what I think. I think a lot of it applies to you. I think a lot of what I say about you is right. I do. And I think that's why you're so easy to trigger. Because it be the truth. You know? See, I just watch you to see what you're doing with your mouth. That's the only reason I watch it. To see what your mouth is doing. And it's not wet, so I don't watch. There's no need, there's no reason to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the video, y'all. Everything is getting ready to freeze up. The whole laptop is beyond capacity. Because I push everything over here beyond its limits. Just like I do in the bedroom. I don't push everything beyond the limits, but you know, I blow minds, put it like that. I blow minds in how I do what I do. I have my own unique style in everything that I do. I don't try to copy and be like nobody. But I want to see that gun signal again. Now that's the part I like, when he does that. If he would just sit there and do that through the whole video, he would have me as a viewer. But no, he got to be on here and be his dangerous self. This is a dangerous person. I know he can't be trusted. You know, if he could get his hands on me, I would disappear. I already know that. And not just me, several people on here. I could probably pay him so that I would not disappear, because he needs the money. I could probably pay him to do almost anything I wanted to do, to be honest with you. But I'm not interested in nothing like that. Nothing I gotta pay for. You know. I mean, the only thing I see about him that's interesting is his wet mouth. Other than that, that's it. There's nothing interesting about him. He's just a dangerous ex-con who's an addict to these numbers and will do anything I wish I could find that, y'all. I can't find it. Anyway, y'all saw it at the beginning, right? It was at the beginning of the video when he had his hand pointed out like that. Y'all saw that part, right? When he had his hand pointed out like he was shooting a gun. Y'all saw that part, right? I can't find it again. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. He's done so much. But he had his hands right in front of the camera, like he was pulling the trigger. See, he's sending these messages out to the people that are doing videos about him. That's how crazed he is. And little did he know, I don't even listen to nothing he say. I just scroll through like this, looking to see if he's drinking water or if his mouth is wet. And if I don't see any of that, it's on pause. Matter of fact, let me pause it, because it's normally on pause. I normally just pause it like this and then scroll through. This is how I normally do it. So anyway, I don't see that part where he had his hand pointed out like he was shooting a gun. It's here somewhere, but I just can't find it again. For whatever reason, I can't see it. It's not coming up. It should, but it's not. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse. This is my 3D mouse that I'm using. It has really good precision to it. But anyway, I can't find it. Because this recorder is in the way. This thing that's recording is in the way. And it won't let me see what he's doing. But I know one thing. This guy's dangerous. I wouldn't want to be in the same building with this guy. I wouldn't want to be in the same town as him. And he tries to bait me to show what I look like. Probably so that y'all will never get to see me ever again after that. If he had his way. And that's a sad part, that people like this are allowed to walk the streets. That's the sad part about it. But you know, but they say what you put out into the atmosphere will eventually come back to you. That's what they say. And he's putting out a lot of stuff into the atmosphere. I know that. Too much. Can y'all imagine when his probation is over? I mean, can y'all imagine what he's going to do then? I can. He need a nut. That's the problem. He need a nut. But he don't want to have no flashbacks from being in prison. So he's gone insane. He has officially gone insane. A dangerous, insane psychopath with a wet mouth that's having flashbacks of being in prison, who needs a nut, but he don't want to get a nut like he got him in prison. And it has driven him insane. And meanwhile, I just lay here, you know, in my underwear, or sometimes just lay here in my pajamas without underwear, and lay back and just watch his wet mouth. I think he know it too. That's why every now and then you'll see him smile. I don't want to hear nothing he say though. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to send me your subliminal messages with gestures. Because I'm not going to sit up and listen to your threats. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit up and listen to any of your threats, or any of your promises, or any of your flashbacks from being in prison and thinking about dick sucking. I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have to do it. See? I don't have to do that. Yeah, keep your mouth just like that. So take your tongue and look around and make it good and wet. That's all you gotta do. And keep it like that through the whole video. I'll start watching it. Other than that, I won't be listening to nothing you say. I don't want to hear none of your threats, none of your subliminal messages. Communicate with me through your gestures, through your mouth only. And save the gun shooting symbolisms that you sending out. Because that stuff is going to end up putting your ass right back behind bars again. And then you don't have to fantasize about the things that you're calling me. You'll be able to indulge in them again firsthand for yourself.